So this is part 2 of stopping. I decided to make another video for a couple reasons. One, as I was watching the video I posted, I noticed a couple other things. And two, people's attention spans are limited these days. So if you try to make a 5-10 minute video explaining something, people don't have the time or the patience. So that being said, one of the things I want to explain is reiterate is, like I said, on roller when you stop, it's the polar opposite of ice. What I mean by that is on ice, you want your skate up straight. You can slide sideways on your ice skates. You can't slide sideways like this on roller. So when you're stopping on ice, you're gonna slide your skate like this and then slowly bring that edge into the ice, and then that's gonna stop. And the more you tilt it, the faster you're gonna stop, and then it's just gonna be a straight edge into the ice. Roller's the polar opposite. Like I said, you're gonna slide with your skate at an angle, and as you wanna stop, you bring your skate up. So you can stop like this as well, because just over, any distance at a certain time, it's gonna slow your wheel down. But if you wanna stop quicker, as you're sliding this way, bring your skate up like that, okay? So that's one thing I wanted to, more explain is how it's different and how you slide. Another thing that I wanna point out is when I'm stopping, so let's say it is my right skate, but anyways, if I'm skating forward and I'm trying to stop this way, as I'm coming in, I see a lot of people when they're trying to stop, they'll turn this way, which is the right way to turn, but they keep their skate up like this at a 90-degree angle, and then they try to slide. And it's hard to go from this to pushing into that. So what you wanna do is, as you're turning, you wanna already have that skate at a 45-degree angle. So I'm already turning this way, and then I just kick that heel out and slide. So once again, I'm not coming this way, turning, and then pushing. I'm coming this way, skates down at a 45-degree angle already, and then I push into it and slide that way. So that's one other thing I wanted to point out. Another thing is, I was saying, one thing that might help you learn how to slide more is getting harder wheels, getting some outdoor wheels and, really hard wheels, and maybe trying to stop outside and sliding. Because once you get the feel of being able to slide a little bit, then you can kind of get your balance down and it kind of clicks like, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. It's hard to do on roller or indoors in roller because the wheels are sticky, so it's really hard to get that feeling with a stickier wheel. So one thing you can do that someone pointed out in the comments is you can take off one of your wheels. So you only have 3 wheels. Obviously you don't want to take off your front or back wheel, because then you'll lose your balance. One of these 2 wheels, I'd say this back one, because like I said, this is where you're pushing from, these 2 wheels. So you can take this wheel out, so you have 3, and then you'll have less friction. That's one thing you can do, or you can just put a harder wheel right here, or I would say both of them. So put these front 2 wheels, they can be softer because this is what you're pushing off with. You want grip when you're pushing off to help you accelerate. When you're stopping, you want a harder wheel so that you slide. At least when you're starting out. I'll still do that where I'll have harder wheels back here, softer wheels up front, or I'll just have all the same softness of a wheel like this. But these are the 2 wheels that you want harder if you want to learn to stop more. So switch these out to harder wheels. I've got, once in a while, I'll do some of these Millenniums up front. So these are softer wheels, and then these are harder wheels. So with Lebeda, any of their orange wheels are harder. Any other color pretty much are softer. So I'll put soft wheels up front, harder wheels in the back. Now, but explaining a little bit of the hardness of the wheels too. If you guys don't know, there's a rating on the wheels, and unfortunately a lot of the wheels these days don't really say what the rating is, but it'll say 76A, 72A, 80A, 86A, whatever it is. That's how hard the wheel is. The lower the number, the softer the wheel. The higher the number, the harder the wheel. So outdoor wheels are usually over 80A. So it'll be an 82, 86, etc. That's a hard wheel made for outdoor. Something that's softer, like I said, is like a 72. I don't even know if I've seen 70 or lower than 70. But most people's wheels are anywhere between the 72 to 74 range. I believe these Lebedas are like 76. And so if you want a harder wheel, get something that's above a 76 or 78, or even above an 80, like I said, an outdoor wheel. Now, one of the things you want to realize too is don't just go buy a set of wheels because you like the color of them or they look cool. you want to actually get wheels based off of your weight and your skating ability. So, and how much I just said your weight. So if you don't weigh that much, you don't want hard wheels because then you're going to slip too much. And vice versa, if you're 200 pounds plus, you don't want a soft wheel because you're going to stick too much. You're not going to be able to slide. And you're going to chunk your wheels a lot more because you're too heavy for those wheels. So a good rule of thumb is if you're under 170 pounds, I think is where you want to be, the 72, 74A range. Between 170 to 200 pounds, I'd say, you want to be within the 74 to 76, 78 range. Over 200 pounds, probably 78 to 80 range. And you got to mess around with it a little bit. You can go a little bit softer once you're used to stopping more. You can go a little bit softer than what I just told you, but keep in mind, the softer the wheel, if you're heavier, you're going to chunk these softer wheels a lot more. So if you're going through wheels a lot or they start to split, etc., it's probably because they're too soft for your weight or just your leg strength when you're stopping. So keep that in mind. Couple other things I'm going to go over. I'm going to cut to some of my other videos right now because after going through that video that I posted, I noticed a couple other things that I've done, and I really want to point these out because it makes a huge difference as well. So I hope these videos are helping you guys. Continue watching this video. I'll show you guys a couple other things. And like I said, on some of these videos, make sure you share these with your friends because a lot of you obviously don't live out here and you can't come to my little drills thing and learn that way, but at least online you can watch the videos I'm posting and hopefully learn that way, because there's really not a lot of videos to instruct you how to do certain things. It's more of just drills you can do at home, which are cool, which are helpful, but like the basics of breaking stuff down, you don't see that many. So hopefully these videos are helping you guys. So stay tuned for what I'm going to share with you guys next.